It's a delay.
Okay. You see, we're amateurs, right? We're gonna get this down pat. Regardless, we're gonna figure it all out, okay? That's our goal. So we know that we're being heard now. Maybe it's just a delay in being heard. But as Stacy was saying, how she went through, um, the fact that you had acne issues, and what did you do? What was your solution? Because your skin looked gorgeous now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Okay.
And so I realized that the way that I used to try to get rid of the pimple or the blackhead was to pop it, and I was doing it incorrectly, which left my face with a bunch of marks on it. And so I remember my son's aunt told me I looked like I had a bunch of black freckles.
Wow, you can't even tell. Now, what have you
Thank
been
you.
using? Because they're not there now.
Well, the benefits of getting a facial. So
Yes.
after class, and I graduated with this beautiful
We went
lady
to
here
Heritage
College. And I just realized that the benefits of keeping my skin clean, the benefits of a mask, and the benefits of just a daily regime that I would just follow. And I definitely see the benefits. And once I learned those things, I passed it down to my daughter, who also, struggled with acne. And you can tell the huge difference in her skin today. And so I just try to keep those things.
Did you find that the more prestige product worked better than the products that's on the shelves? And did you find that the prestige products, I mean, I say it's prestige, is professional. And it's not like you can go and buy these type of products over the counter. Did you find that those were the most potent and got you the best results?
Oh, yes.
And then you just followed up with the regiment of the consumer products with your skin, because like I said, you can't even tell. I know that I had a problem with oily skin, and so I had oily bumps. I thought it was acne, but it was oil, and I was trying to do other things with different products that were for consumers, but because nobody understood my skin, because I didn't even know my skin. I went to school to learn about what was happening with my skin. I wasn't even thinking about becoming in business as an esthetician. And when I learned how to service my skin according to my skin type, that's when I started having the results that I was looking for. And did those other products work for me? They did, because maybe my skin was thirsting for a good product, but after a while, you didn't get the results. It was just like I was just putting stuff on my face and it wasn't doing anything. So it reverted back to me having bumps or me being very oily. So when I found out how to treat oily skin, then I got it to where it was an evenness. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And so if you are someone who wears makeup and you do a cleansing regimen and you've never had a professional facial, you got to try it at least once to make sure that you are servicing your face with the right type of product. And a lot of times when you don't, you use excessive makeup, really, to hide different things, and you shouldn't have to, unless you're just trying to get a different look. And people do that all the time. They just want to change their whole appearance, and that's fine if that's what they want to do. But if you just want to wear makeup and it not have to cover so much or put so much on, you just want an even tone or even tone with the makeup. A good cleanse is a go-to. It's not like you do when you get that product off the shelf. It's totally different. It goes deeper into your dermis of your skin to
Yep.
get all that that dirt that we don't even
Mhm,
see
some
on the
nerve.
surface
Mhm.
out, and it sloughs off that dead skin that you can't
Yeah.
really get off,
Yeah.
keeping you looking fresh and clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I do notice the professional products are different than the store bought products.
It is.
You know,
It is.
so
Uh-huh.
the strength of it and is good, and then you don't have to use so much on a lot of those.
Yes.
It lasts a little bit longer.
Yes,
Than what you would buy
exactly.
from the store. I realize that. So.
Exactly. Uh-huh. Good.
So-
Yeah. You know, another good facial that people do, and there's a certain time you have to do these peels they do. And what the chemical peels and the there's chemical, and then there's oh goodness, I can't think.
Sloughing off the dead skin cells?
Well, like especially if you have like dark marks on
Oh,
your
the pigment.
face,
Mhm.
and you want to lighten them up.
Mhm.
That's probably all you can do, because once you bruise the skin, it goes deep into the dermis of the epidermis of the
It
skin,
does,
right?
yeah.
And so all you can do is lighten it up to make it even with your skin. And so to do that, you would do like peels. Like with our skin, darker skin, you don't have to go with a deep, like a jasmer. Jasmer, is that what you call it?
Jessner?
Jessner.
Mhm.
That's really,
Yeah.
that could really, I don't believe that we have to go that deep with us. But we can do like a glycolic, a lactic, an enzyme peel. But when you do those chemical peels, you need to do it when there's not a lot of sun, like more in the winter time, because it has that after effect. So you want to make sure you're not doing those in the summertime, because then you still have that burning sensation because it's working. And so you want to make sure that whenever you do it, it's a cool day, it's not a lot of sun, and buy them in series, meaning that you buy more than just one, because just doing one doesn't really get you the benefits. But if you get 3 to 6 series, you can start seeing a difference in your skin. Do you agree with that?
I agree. And the reason for that is because our skin renews itself like every 28 days. And so you want to make sure that you continue to slough off the dead skin cells that Richetta were talking about that build up. And we know how it is, especially if you work in an office. You got recycled air going through there. You got cars. It's nice outside. We're rolling around with the cars. We're getting the pollutants. If you're at home and you're cooking, I mean, we just take in so much. And if you struggle like I did with the black marks and even trying to keep the marks off of my face, the benefits of having a monthly facial is really, I think it's priceless. You know,
It is.
for the
It really
confidence.
is.
Because I think a lot of us, I used to wear a lot of makeup, and I have kind of a funny story. I used to cake it on when I was in high school, and this guy was messing with me, and he took my comb from me, and then to give it back, he threw it back at me, and it hit me dead in my forehead. And I didn't realize, but when I went and looked in the mirror, my makeup was so thick, the comb print was still in my forehead.
Wow.
So I'm walking around high school with this comb print in my face, and I didn't know it until I get to the mirror, and then I fix it. But I think that was my turning point to say,
Yes.
and it was Vanity Fair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I don't
Yeah.
need to do this. And so I struggled through it, and now I put on some eye makeup, but foundation, I just don't do it anymore.
And you don't have
But
to.
Mhm.
If you
Thank
really
I
can see her
appreciate
face, she really doesn't her skin is just even all the way around. And, you
But
know,
it took time.
yeah, it does
takes
take time. And you have to be committed. I'm talking about not only to the monthly, but to the aftercare. It works hand in hand. You can't do the monthly and then do nothing, or do something that you were doing before you start doing the monthly. Take the recommendation that your esthetician gives you and do the fullness of it, because that's how you're going to get the benefits quicker than you would doing your own thing when you leave. and not following the instructions of your esthetician.
Yeah.
You know, esthetician means beauty. And so what you want to do, what an esthetician does is help with getting the beauty from the inside out. And that's getting good product to penetrate inside to get the results you want from the outside. So it's not just, you know, just doing facials, but it really is helping you to be your best self and look and feel good when you don't even have makeup on. I heard a story today that a woman had did a post on Facebook, and she was very upset that no guys would approach her when she didn't have her makeup on, she didn't have her wig on, she wasn't all dialed up. And she showed a picture of herself next to her when she was talking about, if you ain't gonna approach me when with all of this, without having all of my makeup and my weave on, then don't approach me when I don't. Well, she looked totally different.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you can't, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. That's okay. But don't get upset when someone is not approaching you because you don't look like what you do, not on a regular basis, but you can't. I feel like this. When I got married, I was telling Stacy this story that when I got married back in 19-something, I wore I wore a wig, right? And so I didn't realize that my husband had never seen me without my hair. Without my wig on.
Yeah.
And, when he did, he was shocked. I don't know if he was disappointed. He never said. I hope he wasn't. I don't know if he was not. I'm just being honest, okay?
Yeah.
But sometimes we gotta show who we really are.
Amen.
So that that people are not just coming to you for the superficial that we put out there, but because they come for who we are in the inside out. And if he's never seen me with my hair, I shouldn't be shocked when he does see me.
Yep.
Like, why are you looking at me like that? Well, I ain't never seen you without that wig. I thought that was your hair.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure that's how he looked at me.
Or your
Like,
face or
yeah.
something.
And if you have your face all dolled up and when you take it off, you don't look yourself, you can't be
Yeah,
upset with the man
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
is not attracted to what he sees outside of the makeup.
Yeah. Especially if you go to sleep in your makeup
Yeah.
and then you try to wake up with your makeup. You try to go in the bathroom and touch it up like you just went to
I had a
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
who, I didn't know that she's gorgeous young lady, but we had an opportunity to be in the same room, and we actually lived together at one time for a small period of time. And she would wake up, early in the morning. And one day I asked, I said, why you get up so early? You don't even have to be at work for 3 hours from now. She said that she never let her husband, when she was married, see her without makeup, and it just became a habit to get up and put her makeup on that early. That's craziness. If you have to really just keep putting that on.
It's like a secret. You're
Yeah,
hiding
it
something
is.
It is, yeah.
Like, we have to be honest with ourselves and love us when we don't have makeup on. We have to love the way we look when we don't have makeup on, right?
Amen.
And not be ashamed of who we are when we don't have. And don't be angry when nobody likes, or people, I wouldn't say they don't like, it's just totally different when you take your makeup off. So,
show what God gave you.
show it,
You know,
because
just
he didn't create
live in
anything
it.
ugly, okay?
He didn't. He blessed in it.
Yes.
He blessed in it.
Another service I would say is the body treatment. Now, what is this body treatment? That is another facial, but it's for the body. And so if you find that your skin is not soft and is just kind of rough in some areas, it could be time for a body wrap, a scrub, and a body wrap. What that does is remove all the dead skin cells that have not shed on their own, and it also puts the moisturizer back into your skin, so that when you come out of this it's like a blanket that heats up the mud and moisturizes the skin, and it starts making the skin soft. It is a service that you will definitely love, you know, and it does removes all impurities, the dead skin, and it gets down to your soft skin. And then you follow it up with a moisturizer, and you have to moisturize after. It's still a care that you have to do after that treatment. You have to keep moisturizing after every shower, after every bath, to keep you with that hydration, to keep your skin soft. And that's a service that you can do once a month as well, even in the wintertime. And especially in the wintertime, because your skin gets dry so fast because of the heat and all this other kind of thing. What do you think? Have you had one before? Have you tried that? Remember we did that.
Yep, we did in class. And I did. I think that's beneficial. A lot of people who work outside or, again, around dusty things or sweat a lot. I've had clients where they have blackheads under their arms or on their back, you know, and so I think it's beneficial to get, even if you do a partial one, you may just want to get your back done or your legs or something. So that's something to think about, because people do get ingrown hairs on their legs, and you might want a good cleansing and a good exfoliation to release those hairs and soften the skin up for that. So definitely
a great service to keep you, you know, feeling good and looking great. You know. Another one that I would recommend is a reflexology. And you'd be surprised what organs are housed, or you can touch by doing a reflexology. And that is just nothing but a massage, touching different points on your bottom of your feet. It can touch your arms, your fingers. It can touch your heart, your mind, your eyes. And that's why it's so important to take care of your feet. And do not allow people to cut on your feet, because when your feet are not feeling good, your whole body doesn't feel good. Can I get a witness? Look, if you you stand any length of time on your feet, that's to me the most hardest work there is. If you stand more than 8-10 hours on your feet, your whole body aches. You understand? Your mind shuts down.
That is the truth, yes.
I don't know about you, but if you do stand on your feet any length of time on your job, I would tell you, in the middle of your shift, make sure you change out your shoes. It will help you endure the next 5 hours that you are working. Have 2 pairs of shoes and interchange them. Because if you ever notice that when you're tired, when you come home and your feet are tired, you take those shoes off and put on another pair of shoes, your feet becomes refreshed. Because what we do when you're standing, you kind of mold yourself into those shoes. So now you have to change it and start fresh with your feet and mold into that other set of pair of shoes, which you will, because if you wore it up any time, they already have your mold, but it's going to take a little bit for you to settle into that mold. Okay, so if not, it will work. I'm telling you. You'll be like, oh, I feel good.
Never. That's interesting.
But that is a trick. If you have a job and you stand on your feet 10 to 12 hours, change your shoes in the middle. Even if you do 8, change it in the middle of your shift, on your break, on your lunch hour. Change your shoes. And you'll see you'll have more energy. You'll feel rejuvenated. And then You need to get that pedicure or reflexology. Well, I'm talking about Pedi Talk, right?
That's right.
Get that massage on your
That's
feet,
right.
making sure you're getting those dead skin cells moisturized. And I'm not a fan of the scrubber, because to me that it creates a barrier. It just makes it worser. So you want to add more moisturize to your feet to help remove and slough off the dead skin cells where we walk at. Where we walk at the top of our foot or the ball of our foot. You get a callus there, where the scrubber really doesn't remove it. It just makes it worser. You get a relief because the foot is moist and you can get it off. But if you moisturize and put your foot in a sock when you're at home, and it'll help soften that tissue. And you'll find that skin come off by itself.
Nice.
So, don't let, when you go and get a pedicure done, don't let them use that scrubber on your foot, because it's just, to me, and this is my opinion, it's a ploy to get you to come back the next week, because your feet gets rough, but what we do here at Divine Spa is make sure that we're getting you the results you need, and making sure your skin is healthy, and not trying to get you to come back. We love you to come back, but we want you to come back with healthy feet. Not feet that's, dried out and you got more calluses on your foot. It doesn't help your feet and your organs and all the things that you have underneath your feet. Your foot needs to be healthy. Your feet needs to be healthy.
And you're a licensed technician.
A licensed nail technician, yes. And so we do manicures and pedicures here. I don't do a lot of the acrylics, but more of taking care of the nail bed, your cuticles, and getting them strengthened to help them to grow. Now, if you have acrylic on your nails, still you should get your cuticles. You should have them cleaned. You should have your cuticles cleaned. I don't know where you go if they do that, or if they just put, they just fill it in. But you should make sure you're getting a manicure to clean out your cuticles, making sure your cuticles can still breathe. So you get buildup of skin underneath your cuticles, and so if you're not removing that, your cuticles are not breathing. So that causes your nails to be thin underneath that acrylic, and you don't want that, because your cuticles are not breathing. So you should be getting that manicure even with acrylics on, and then get a feel. Pushing them back and removing the dead skin that builds up around your cuticles.
So healthy skin and just health all around.
Health,
so that's the focus, is making sure not just to put some glue and some acrylic or whatever on your nails, but make sure that you are healthy all around, And your nails, toenails and fingernails can tell a lot about your health also.
Oh, definitely.
So,
definitely.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions about what it's like to attend a spa, I know it's very private for a lot of people to share your being with them, but if you find someone that you feel makes you feel comfortable and not judgmental, I say stick with them. And because we all have flaws, okay? And we don't need anybody, superseding us like they have it all together. Everybody has something that we're dealing with, or that we are not so, I won't say ashamed of, but we're just not happy with, okay? So when you find an esthetician, someone that desires to make you feel whole and happy and joyful, and not magnify your imperfections because, again, we all have them.
Amen.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Look,
Mm-hmm.
that would be the place to be. Okay?
Yep.
And we're coming up with our event this Sunday, October the 6th. Woo, woo. We're going to be doing some cardio dance exercise with Star Lovely. She's a certified trainer, first place winner with the National Bodybuilder Association. And we're going to be here at Divine Spa. Go on over to Eventbrite. Woman, you are beautiful network.
Beautiful.
Because that's what we're focusing on, getting those things from the inside out, because that's where beauty lies, from the inside out. And I think we've gotten away from that. We're focusing on the outerward appearance, and we're not feeling good about who we are. And we got to deal with those issues. It's not all about what's on the outside, because if you're beautiful from the inside, you're beautiful from the outside. It's an automatic. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
So if you want to come out and just get started with getting your shape going, like she said, the cardio dance exercise will cover the whole body, your respiratory, your toning, get you ready to start your regimen, okay? Because I need it. I need it. And she's going to help us. She's going to show us some things we can do when we're not at the gym and we're at home, or, things we can do outside of our daily, what we do daily. Yeah. And tune in next week, where we're going to be talking about living behind the secret veil, the veil of secrecy. I'm sorry, living behind the veil of secrecy. Living behind the veil of secrecy. And that's what we're going to be talking about next Monday. You don't want to miss it, okay? So tune in at 7. We got started a little late because we were trying something new. But
y'all have to experience it all.
We're going to try to do better next time. And look, if you'd like to stay connected with us, go ahead and put your email so that we can or connect with us. Just, whenever we're going live, just punch that button that says give you notice when we go live. We would love for you to be in the house. Thank you, Prophetess Denise Pullum, for being here with us. We appreciate you for tuning in. And all those who are repeat, thank you. Thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you do have questions about your skin, you can always go on to divinespa.com and you can select a consultation about, if you have questions that we didn't answer, or, you didn't get a chance to ask us. We definitely would love to assist you with any questions you may have. Do you have anything else, Stacey, you want to say?
I do not. Nope. Just, come get a facial. Come check it out for yourself. Even if you just want to relax and get away, just come try it.
Look.
Come give it a try.
I tell you this. When you do something for you, it's going to benefit everybody around you, because you took care of you first. And you can nobody get anything from an empty cup or a half full cup. So what I'm saying is relaxation rejuvenates, it recharges you, it gives you the energy to keep doing what you do best. So come if you're half full or if you're empty in all that you do, right? Come and get filled up, okay? And we would definitely love to have you in the house, okay? We're located here at Divine Spa at 104 West 9th Street in the downtown Kansas City area. And you can enter the spa at 8th and Baltimore, okay? So that's all I have. All right. Thank you for being with us, you guys. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.